He needs to rescue his mother from a legendary retired fighter. But first, he has to survive the WBC Super Middleweight Championship fight. His opponent is the reigning champ Atify Belov. This Western heavyweight is built like a tank, crushes fighters up close, and talks endless trash. At the press conference, Belov gets so mad at Jianwu's calm that he slaps him across the face. The whole room gasps, but Jianwu stays ice cold, no reaction. He even offers a handshake because a real pro keeps his composure and trusts his skill. But when the bell rings, Jianwu gets crushed right from the start. Belov corners him and throws punch after punch, like a machine. Jianwu is pinned in the corner, completely dominated. The entire first round, he can't do anything except cover up and survive. In round 2, Jianwu finally wakes up and goes on the attack. He lands clean combinations, takes control of the fight, and starts backing Belov up with his best punches. Belov's eyebrow splits open, but the corner tapes it up and he keeps fighting. Round 3, Jianwu could easily target that cut and finish him, but he refuses to win that way. He wants to earn the belt with honor, so he aims a left hook at the body instead. One perfect liver shot drops Belov flat on the canvas. The ref counts him out, and Jianwu wins his first WBC world title belt. Instead of celebrating, he walks straight over to check if Belov is okay. What he doesn't know is that a criminal syndicate watched the whole fight. They've already set a death trap for him. Turns out, the fighter who just lost is buried in gambling debt and controlled by the mob. They own him completely, and he has no choice but to obey. The Underground League in this show is based on a real Korean dark web fight ring, busted in 2021. They streamed illegal death matches for bets, worth over 300 billion won. The boss of this operation is Baek Jeong, the butcher, who destroys champions with a single punch. Even other crime bosses are terrified of him. The fight starts, and Baek Jeong immediately targets Belov's injured eye. In 2 minutes, Belov is bleeding everywhere and unconscious. But Baek Jeong isn't done. He orders his crew to cut the public stream, then climbs on top and keeps beating him. This underground fight had $700 million in bets and 4 million dark web viewers watching live. Baek Jeong makes hundreds of millions that night, and then his smile disappears. He shows up at Jianwu's apartment with his entire crew. Jianwu's mom is sweet and trusting, so the crew lies and says they're gym friends and she lets them in. When Jianwu and his girlfriend get home and see strange shoes by the door, they freeze. Baek Jeong offers him a deal too good to refuse, but before Jianwu can answer, his mom comes downstairs. She points right in Baek Jeong's face and tells him to get out, which sets him off completely. He drops the nice guy act, pulls out a knife and holds it right up to Jianwu's eye. To force Jianwu to cooperate, the crew pulls 4 lifers out of prison. These are all criminals Jianwu helped put away, and now they'll do anything for revenge and cash. They hate him, and they're willing to kill for just $1 million. Between the threats and the setup, Jianwu is completely trapped. Baek Jeong uses every dirty trick to make sure Jianwu has no way out. Since Baek Jeong is holding Jianwu's mom hostage, he agrees to a death match with insane stakes. Jianwu and his girlfriend versus Baek Jeong and his enforcer. Winner takes all, loser dies. To survive this fight, Jianwu and Eugene track down Baek Jeong's old coach. The coach tells them Baek Jeong is fast and deadly with jabs, but his eyes are his weak spot. Eugene comes up with a strategy. He'll fight Baek Jeong first, not to win but to damage his eyes. That way, when Jianwu steps in, Baek Jeong will already be hurt and beatable. Eugene knows he is outmatched, and this fight could kill him, but he'll do it for his brother and his family. The death match is set in an abandoned building, and White Jeong has rigged the entire place with traps. Gunwoo's mother is locked in a hidden room. If the cops show up, she is dead. Inside the cage, he taunts the enraged White Jeong. Every hit is real. The actors took the actual impact. No stunt doubles, no faking it. In the final second, he throws everything into one punch and lands it straight into White Jeong's eye. Mission complete. Woo Jin collapses, and White Jeong's left eye is destroyed, his vision gone. Next up, Gunwoo enters to face his enemy Dae Jang. Gunwoo destroys one of Dae Jang's hands, making sure he can never hurt anyone again. Then he turns and steps into the cage for the final fight against the half-blind White Jeong. The fight choreographer is an active UFC coach. Every move follows real MMA rules. Rain and Woo Do-won fought for real. Bruises, cuts, and scrapes were part of the job. White Jeong fights dirty eye gouges, chokes, joint breaks. He uses everything. Gunwoo fights back the same way, jamming his fingers into White Jeong's damaged eye. They fight until they're both exhausted, then start breaking each other's arms. Finally, they both throw one last punch at the same time, pure willpower. Gunwoo wins by a hair, takes down White Jeong, and claims the 2 trillion won prize. He rescues his mother. The ECFC underground empire collapses, and it seems like the story's over. But the ending flips everything. On the way to prison, the National Intelligence Service intercepts the convoy and takes White Jung. Hong Min Biem gets a fake photo of White Jung's execution and thinks justice is done. The truth is, the NIS wants his underground connections to catch an international drug lord. They fake his death and flip him from murderous villain into a secret government operative. That twist alone. Gunwoo goes from playing fair to fighting dirty, because that is the only way the powerless survive in the dark. Wu Jin's sacrifice is the ultimate act of brotherhood, and White Jung's transformation shows the messy truth about power. He refuses to attack an opponent's injury because he believes fists are for honor, but when his mother's kidnapped and his brother's beaten half to death, he finally wakes up to beat a monster. You have to be worse. If you're kind without claws, you're just prey. And Wu Jin knows he can't beat White Jung. But he steps in anyway, sacrifices half his life just to damage one of the butcher's eyes. He trades his own body to give his brother a chance to survive. That is not melodrama. The villain's ending is even more twisted. White Jung wasn't born a monster, he was a gifted fighter with dreams. But the system turned him into a weapon for profit, and now he is brutal, bloodthirsty, unhinged. He goes from underground kingpin to a pawn in the government. S-Game, that is what Bloodhound Season 2 delivers with its brutal fists.